What's up, everyone? It's Virtual Car Meets. I'm back with another video. Today's video is gonna be kind of one I did already in the past. It's how to beat state referee, but an updated, refreshed version where I don't really get sidetracked as much, because in the last video I kind of went on about my situation and this and that. So what I'm going to talk about, I took notes, so I am going to be looking at my phone. Before I get into that though, if you have a Corvette or a Camaro, I'm selling carbon fiber paddle shift extenders. C7 Corvette or 6th generation Camaro. If you want one, I'm gonna have the Facebook link, marketplace link in the description. Just so you know, I did get state referee. I beat the case fully, got it dismissed. So I know how stressful it is for those of you that probably just got one. I would imagine, you're searching on the web and you happen to find my video. I'm here to help. I'm gonna try my best to help you guys out, because I know it's a pain in the ass a lot of the times too. And hopefully it's not you. You got accused falsely, right? You just have a nice car and you just got targeted. Sorry that happened to you if that's the case. And I will go into myths and all that shit later of what things you hear and easy ways out of it. But first off, make sure what you have is a state referee citation. That would be vehicle code VC number 27156 section B. So look at your citation, make sure that you have that vehicle code, and usually on the back of your citation there is a sticker that says no sign off not available, or something to that effect, that a state referee needs to see it. Some people get a modified exhaust ticket. That's not a state referee, that is a fix it ticket. So if you got that, wipe the sweat off your forehead, you're good. Just make sure that that's what it says on your digital copy online when you do get it in the mail. As long as it doesn't say 27156B vehicle code, you're okay. Unfortunately, for those that do have it, then these are the three things, okay? First thing you can do that I do not advise, but here's an option that some people do, is just pay the fine that comes in the mail and do not even attempt to go to the ref or make it stock. I mean, you can put it to stock and pay the fine, but if you don't go to the ref, what's going to happen is the fine will be satisfied, so the courts won't be bugging you for the money, because it's all about the money. As if you pay that money, the fine, what will happen is you're going to think it's okay to drive. Most likely you'll be okay, but if you get pulled over in the future, and that state referee history is gonna be on the record of the vehicle. The police officer will be able to see that. It is his discretion, which means it's up to him to decide at this point whether or not to either issue you another state ref, let you be, or issue another state ref along with towing your vehicle and possibly arresting you. I know it's crazy, but that isn't. So if you do not pay, if you do not get the vehicle inspected or the case dismissed, and when I mean inspected, I mean inspected by a state referee, you run the risk of getting pulled over in the future and getting arrested, your vehicle towed. But that's the thing that you need to know, and you need to make sure that you are aware of this possibility happening in the future. From what I'm hearing is that if you get state refereed and you don't address it by going to the ref, when your car is up for smog, you will be automatically sent to a star station, which means that it's pretty much like a referee inspection. Like that referee will be on your vehicle record. The DMV will flag it, and you'll be automatically sent to the ref anyway. So there's really no getting out of that if you take that out of that route. Eventually, you're going to have to address it. Number two, one of the things I recommend, if you can, I know it might be expensive, but I recommend, if you guys start modding your cars, keep all your stock parts. Do not sell them. The things that you need, right? So the second thing to do is to go back to stock, get the car inspected by the ref, and pass. So that's $108 to visit the state referee. If you get the fine in the mail, let's say you get a fine. For me, it was $650. If I went to the state ref, I would only, and let's say I passed that inspection, it would only cost me $108. I would then go to the court, show the judge that I passed the state referee inspection, and he will waive the fine of $650, which means it would only cost me that state referee fee to get rid of this case. But like I just said, if you have your stock parts, do not sell them, especially if your vehicle is modified in California. That's a no-no, because if you do get state ref, now you're going to have to scavenge for stock parts, and we all know OEM parts are not cheap. You will either have to get lucky finding them on a third-party app like OfferUp, Marketplace, whatever. But if you just have them laying in your garage and you can slap them back on, that's the best way to do it. So by stock, I mean carb legal. So when you go to the ref and you put everything back to stock, if your little catch can, if your intake isn't carb legal, doesn't have the sticker, or even if it is carb legal but you don't have the carb sticker, you're gonna fail. You need to have your carb sticker and everything up to code or up to vehicle code in order to pass the state referee. Those referees are really good at inspecting. They know cars. They can catch things. They have pictures of stock engine bays. They connect the OBD2 connector so they can see if the ECU has been tampered with. So make sure that your ECU is stock. I don't know if they're looking for signs of tampering on your ECU, so talk to your tuner before you get tuned and ask if, hey, I get state referee, can you get it back to factory spec, factory tune? If he can't, and you already got state ref and your tuner says he can't, go to the dealership and ask them, like, hey, my ECU has been tampered with. Can I get a stock flash or stock tune reflashed onto my ECU? Need to go through the state ref process. Okay, so that's the second option. I know I rambled on, but I'm just trying to give you guys the most information possible so you guys know what to do. The third option is to hire a lawyer, an attorney. That's what I did, and I beat the case. It is the most time-consuming one, though, just so you know. I got state refereed basically during COVID, so everything was super delayed. It took about a year for it to get dismissed. So just remember, if you are going to hire a lawyer for your state referee citation, the goal for the attorney is to postpone your court dates so much that the cop basically is just like, I got other shit to deal with, I'm not showing up to this, or that he forgets to come to the court date to submit his evidence or whatever to fight the case. So that's the attorney's goal. So just so you know, if you're gonna get hired, I know well, for my case, my attorneys were good, but they were very vague. I think because they didn't want to tell me that it's going to be a long process. But I'm telling you, because I don't care. I'm not an attorney. I'm just telling you like it is. If you hire an attorney, it's going to take the longest. But it was, for me, in my case, because my ECU was tampered. I did flash it, or I did tune it, and I could not get it back to stock. I don't know what happened, but, admin tuning out of Texas, or where the fuck he's from, he tuned my car. And he left me with a CAN communication error code. So when I had my 370Z, so fucking I couldn't get my car back to stock. Without, the only other option was to pay for a new ECU, which was $2,000. I'm not mad at him. It's a game, and it is what it is. My car was shooting flames. It was great. He's a great tuner. He knows his shit. But hey, I got fucked with that CAN communication code. But you gotta pay to play, baby. So it's all good. Anyways. I couldn't go back to stock. I had all my parts, but my ECU was fucked, and I'm not gonna pay $2,000 for an ECU when I can just gamble and get an attorney. And luckily, he was able to get it dismissed, and that is the case for a lot of people that get an attorney with these state referee cases. It seems like the majority of them, and I'm talking Almost 100%, because when I called, F your ticket, they pretty much said no one has ever lost a state referee case. He hasn't lost a state referee case. That's his statements, not mine. That is literally what he said. So that's a pretty bold statement. It cost me $550 or $590, I forget, to hire him. The fee was, or the fine was $650 and headaches. Me paying him, I didn't have to go to any court meetings. I didn't have to do anything. Basically, they did everything for me, but it did take forever. I was not allowed to drive the car during that time. But I had multiple vehicles, which wasn't a problem for me. I mean, I did miss driving it, but I'm a big boy. I can fucking deal with it, right? One thing though that just make sure you stay on top of it as well, like by calling the court clerks, your court appearances, call your attorney, make sure that they showed up if they need to show up. You have to be your biggest advocate. So don't just hire them and okay, I'm gonna forget about it. If you hire an attorney, stay on top of it by calling them, asking for updates. It's your driving record. Remember that. So you have to be the one that is diligent in making sure that you and they did the correct things. So those are the three options. I wanted to get those out the way because I know I lose audience retention. People don't really have a long memory span. So I wanted to get those out the way. And now I just want to talk about some myths and just random things, right? So just always remember, if you get pulled over, you're not going to win an argument on the side of the road. You're just going to piss them off more. If you really want to get at them, win in court. Okay? We all know how the police are out here in California, dude. Most of them are cool, right? We know that. The ones that are after us, like car enthusiasts, right? They're after us because they don't like us, dude. They want to punish us. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know, dude. Your guess is as good as mine is on why they don't like us. So, and you have to make sure that when you get pulled over, just be respectful. Because if it goes to the jury and trial, if you're an asshole, everyone's going to see that in the courtroom, all right? Just come off like a cool person, but also stand up for yourself respectfully, okay? You have the right to record. It's a First Amendment protected activity. So if I were you, you have to start recording as soon as you know you're getting pulled over. Pull your phone out. You can either notify them, the police officer, that you're recording or not. I know that they try to pull some bullshit by saying, hey, when I see people ask police if they can record, I always see police, or sometimes I see them go, no, I don't want your hands going where I can't see them. So just have your phone out. Let them know that you're recording if you want. And if they start saying no, just be like, hey, look, it's a First Amendment protected activity. You're denying you're denying my rights right now. So, I hope that you have a body cam, or this all conversation is being recorded, because I just want to make sure that this is documented. And so that's that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Signing tickets off. Oh, the homie can sign tickets off. From what I'm hearing, I have a couple friends that are police officers. That's fraud. So I wouldn't do that if I were you. I don't know much about that. To me, it sounds like bullshit. I would not trust the homie or this dude or another cop to sign off a state ref. It literally says it cannot be signed off. It needs to go to the state referee on the back of the ticket. So keep that in mind. You can register out of state. I'm not going to tell you to. This is assuming you have a home out of state. Oh, sorry. Assuming you have a home out of state, you can. But, I mean, it's pretty sketch if, like, hypothetically speaking, you have a homie that lives out of state and you're like, hey, let me register my car out and you're, to your home because you live in Arizona, I live in California, I never visit you, but I just don't want to deal with state referees. Well, I don't know if you guys know David Garcia, the one with the 350Z, twin turbo badass build. He got state refereed even though he didn't. He was registered out of state. That can still happen. The police absolutely have the right to pop your hood if they pull you over. Do not get it twisted. You can get arrested over that if you deny it. I don't care what your homie said, what your boy is talking about. They have the absolute right to check your hood for a vehicle inspection. Searching your vehicle is another question. Obviously, they need consent or probable cause to search the inside of your vehicle. But as far as popping the hood to make sure that you're not a gross polluter, they do have the right to do that. Okay, so if you have a heavily modified car, swapped out, fucking rebuilt engine with different cams and tunes and standalone ECU and this and that, you're not going to pass the state referee. I recommend just getting a lawyer and just waiting it out. You can risk driving the car during your proceeding, I guess, or your time while your case is open. But remember, if you're driving your vehicle under an active state referee order, if you're the officer that if anyone recognizes your car, and when I mean by anyone, I mean a police officer, and they know that you're under a state referee order, they can pull you over and you can get arrested and your vehicle can get towed, just so you know. So, that's just so you know. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just giving you my take on things and my 2 cents, because it is a free fucking country. I can say what I want. Shout out to police officers out there who do recognize, the car scene for what it is, which is obviously the bad, but there's way more good than bad. So, we salute you and thank you so much for respecting us, and knowing that there are good and bad people in every walk in life. So this is Virtual Car Meets. I just want to say thank you guys for watching these videos. I hope this helped you out. Comment below if you have any specific questions. If I missed out on anything, I'm more than happy to make another video. And once again, if you guys are interested in these, if you have a Camaro, 6th generation Camaro, any trim, or a C7 Corvette and would like some paddle shifter extenders in carbon fiber, beautiful, by the way. I don't know if we can just, show, but look at that. That's just my fingerprints if you see anything, but it's like gorgeous carbon fiber. I will have the Facebook Marketplace link below, or you can hit me up on here. That's for my Instagram or something, or oh yeah, I guess that's the only way. What else do you need, right? I would appreciate it. They're actually $70. So, if these go for like $100 plus on reputable websites all day, when I'm selling them for $70. So support if you can. If you want them, don't support. If you want them, buy them. If you're not in the market for one, don't fucking buy it. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this helps you. Please don't stress about it. It's not the end of the world. I know it sucks ass, and I know for some of you it's the only car you have. Just get through it, realize what your options are and make the best decision for yourself. Yeah, that's all I can say. You're going to get through it no matter what, whether it goes shitty for you or good for you. You're going to get through it and learn from it. It's just part of life, And it sucks that we have to deal with these stupid laws out here. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's not the police. It kind of is, because they pick and choose who they want to go after, but it's more so the lawmakers above them that are asking them to enforce these ridiculous vehicle laws. So when we all know damn well that there's other things that they can be spending their resources on. But anyways, it's a conversation for another day. Have a good one, guys. Take care.